condominium for only $6,000 down. Maybe the company would pay the rent on it. We made a deal. So, she's the only wife in the condominium group that had a condominium, a condominium and her own place to live. You know. Big old closet you can leave your stuff in during the week while you're back in the Denver office. Get there Friday afternoon, everything's ready for you. And I did convince the marketing director that the company ought to pay the monthly rent. I paid the down. The company paid the, not roughly comparable to what the other managers were getting. They're getting hotel bills paid. We had a good fireplace there.
Well, I'll talk to you.
Didn't have to chop wood. That was provided by the folks we
Thought you were off the
bought
hook.
the condo from. Had a small price, of course, but I didn't have to chop wood.
Hey, that was a good thing. For hauling in.
We had a sliding glass door on one side of our living room, go right on the ski hill. We really thought we were living it up there.
I bet you did. Well, you were.
Oh yeah. We took full advantage of it.
What was the name of the ski resort?
Resort? I don't remember the resort itself. Steamboat Springs was in town.
Steamboat Springs. And they called the resort Steamboat
Right.
since it was in Steamboat Springs.
We have a Steamboat Springs over in Eastern Washington.
You do? Wow. They gave a lot of character to the place, you know.
And there was a big rock out there, just like a steamboat.
Always wonder how places like that get their names, and
Yeah.
that's the way they did.
And Sulphur Springs smelled like sulfur.
Oh, cute.
A little bit stinky.
Yeah, that's not a nice neighborhood.
Steamboat Springs, didn't they name that because it sounded like a steamboat chugging down the Mississippi?
Yeah, there's some little creek, a body of water that made steamboat noises. You drive through town and hear it, apparently. Yep, chug chug. One of the nicest things about spending the week in Denver, working in a sales office, going up to Steamboat Springs on the weekend, you had about a 3 or 4 hour drive to get there from Denver. And my wife would fix up a nice plate of hors d'oeuvres. We had a front seat in our Wagoneer, and we could put a tray of hors d'oeuvres
That had to be fun.
and snacking all up there. Not drinking, but we sure snacked a
Well, I'm
lot.
glad you weren't. You'd be here to tell us the story.
Once or twice while we were making that trip over a period of 4 years, a patrolman pulled us over, you know. I don't know what was going on. He saw us snacking away in there. He thought we were drinking. Fortunately, we never were. And he didn't stop us when we were. We waited till we got to our condo to do that. Had a 1-bedroom condo that located so well right in the midst of the ski activity, you know. Sarah could keep her stuff in a refrigerator during the week while we're back in Denver and get up there and
Life
ready
was
for
good.
housekeeping. the
Well,
first.
three of you had a son with you today. Mine's coming to take me to dinner, I hope.
That would be nice if he'd do that,
He
wouldn't
usually
it?
does every Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's what we should do every Tuesday. Take you to dinner.
Well,
That would be fun to get out of here.
what time?
Yes, it is Tuesday, isn't it?
Just give me a time.
Better do Tuesdays and Sunday nights.
Right. We were selling ski area property at Steamboat Springs, you know. I did that as a
Well, that's good
sales
country
manager for
that.
several years, and finally ended up opening my own real estate office, and had everything that goes with it. I made more money managing my own office than I ever made running the sales office for a company.
I bet.
One of the best experiences I had working in that kind of business was Guest Ranch in Montana that had been subdivided and was being offered as a development by lots. A beautiful lodge there, a lodge as big as this dining room actually, but everything's log, you know. And that turned out to be a very good experience for us.
I would think so.
I got there and they asked me to take over the job of sales manager, sell across the whole state of Montana, which was no easy task, you know, getting a salesman in every little
No.
town, you know, in Montana. But we did it. And they had been trying to get that development off the ground for about 5 years, and the economy was bad, and things just didn't work when they first opened it. I got there and everything reversed and everything worked right.
Hey, you got a golden star hanging over you.
Oh, yeah. I was making $5,000 a month on commission on that.
Whoa.
So I hit it at a good time,
You did.
very good time. My wife was pretty cagey though. We'd been on several projects that didn't work too well, and she'd seen the hard times already. So she wouldn't go with me to Montana when I first moved out there.
She wouldn't?
Said, Jeff, I'll stay in our little apartment in Denver till we see if this one's going to work out. Fortunately, it did. And
Yeah.
so, well, that one worked out. I had a gold mine there. I
How long
literally
were
had to
you
get
married,
sales.
Jeff?
Go ahead.
How long were you married?
65 years.
Oh, lucky you. Mine died the night of our 50th.
Really?
Yeah. They were a good 50.
Right. We've had a rather adventurous life, haven't we, Gary?
For the most part.
Not only was good adventures, but most of it was exciting.
Well, it's nice to be able to look back on
Yeah, I do that once in a while.
that. And you should.
It's the fireplace and the companionship that's motivating me.
Ah.
You're holding court with your subjects, Jeff.
Yeah,
You have an audience.
got a captive audience.
They weren't here for your war story in September.
Oh,
I mean, it was probably in June.
what was the war story?
Well, it was 4th of July you gave or Memorial Day you gave your speech on war story,
Oh, yeah, I remember when we first got
30
here.
minutes.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good talk. They had refreshments and everything.
That's right.
Ray did that too. You know that, you get a captive audience, I think everybody likes to hear about that.
Well, they had people from outside the facility came to see it, or at least 4 or 5 people,
Uh-huh.
all friends and family. But they came.
Huh?
Did you tape it?
I taped it. Sent it to Brother Tom in Miami. He had a tape of your war story talk.
Oh, yeah. I called him this weekend like I normally do on
One square
Sunday
mile of
afternoon,
hell.
and I missed him
And
again.
what's that on?
Okay.
Blah, blah.
And we'll track him down soon.
Where?
Yeah.
I wonder how do you pronounce it?
Tarawa? I
I
don't
remember
know.
it.
That's a war story, huh?
Yeah, it should be pretty good. Must be the South Pacific.